Johnny cannot speak, he's not here. So we believe that Johnny will renew because he's on the 10-year plan. Kyle doesn't want to be part of this video as well because this video will get a lot of heat, but I hope you do actually respect why we're fronting it and talking to you about it as well. So you can tell by the video title that we will be at St James's Park, home and away once more. Rob, you don't have a season ticket, however, you do come to a lot of games and you purchase the tickets as well. The general feeling is we're going to be slated for this, aren't we?
Yeah, well, just to make it clear, I don't buy a season ticket because I don't have the financial means, and also some of you will know that I work at York City, commentate on their home games, so that's, every other Saturday I'm there, and quite usually there's a clash. So, yeah, I don't get the opportunity to go to many home games, but I do when I get the chance. And it's the real sad thing about this whole debate, between fans for boycotting, against boycotting, is that there is disagreement, but they're not disagreeing well. And I think that's...
What do you mean?
Well, I'll take a sermon from the Archbishop of Canterbury, said last year, people need to disagree well if we are to move forward. And I think, just sort of respecting others' opinions, it's all down... To try and villainise fans for wanting to go and watch their team play. I've heard people wanting to name and shame fans who go to the games. It's just not on, because a good day out. It's also father and son maybe. They just want to watch their team play. And
so, put some valid points. I'll come to you in a minute, Paul. I just want to bring up some of the accusations that will be labelled for fans who go, and we'll obviously be part of that as well. We're feeding Mike Ashley money. What do you say to that?
Well, it's a very small fraction amount of club income. If you're looking at big sources of income, you're looking at the TV money and sponsorships. We have no control over that. You look at the fan money that's incoming, the ticket money income, and it's such a small fraction that you're thinking that
I believe it's 1/8. A season ticket is 1/8 of the club's income.
Yeah, it's and then that probably funds the security for the next home game, so that we're all safe. So it doesn't go into funding Mike Ashley at all that much. He's going to be looking towards his other companies, and the season ticket or ticket money is like bottom of the list of biggest amounts of income that he has.
Paul, what's the negative of an empty stadium for the team?
The negative is going to be if the stadium is empty and it affects the results on the pitch, we're going to be relegated. And if we're going to be relegated, who is to say, a la Leeds, a la Nottingham Forest, etc., that we would come back like we've come back before? To me, there's going to be a lot of hate towards people who are going, but the hate needs to be directed at one man and one man only, and that is not the people who are going through the turnstiles to watch their team. It should not be directed. There's ways. I think what Rob was saying before is there is ways to disagree, but you shouldn't be making it personal. If somebody wants to go, that's their they're welcome to do that. And that needs to be respected. The same way that I would respect somebody who said, you know what, I've had 12 years of Ashley and I'm not going, and this is the reason why. I've said previously in previous seasons, I've totally boycotted any of the merchandise, I've totally boycotted all the food outlets and stuff. Also his other businesses that he's affiliated with, I boycott, and I continue to boycott, and I add to the likes of Game onto that list and stuff. That is the way that I choose to protest against Ashley, and I think that is more effective. But why the hell should that twat who I know nothing about, I don't know him personally, why should he affect my day-to-day life and my day-to-day enjoyment of what I want to do? I work hard, damn hard, to support my family and to be able to pay for the season ticket. The season tickets are a very small fraction. Mike Ashley, the only reason he wants to be involved in Newcastle United is for the free advertising, for his tap brand, and for the club shop.
TV money.
Sort of thing, and the TV money. So, really speaking, he probably sits there laughing that, I still think there's going to be quite a large attendance at the ground anyway. I also don't think it's going to have too much effect either which way, unfortunately, because the fan base is divided. But ultimately, I won't let that man affect my decisions. Obviously we're heavily involved with Newcastle Fans TV with everything around the club, so it would make that obviously a lot more difficult to be able to comment and give opinions on what we see. And also, you know, the away days, the home games, you know, we think about last season, some of the memories and journeys that we went on, some of the obstacles, some of the laughs that we had, you know, the highs. Am I going to give that all up for the likes of the Cockney Mafia, you know, Lee Charnley, Keith Bishop, Mike Ashley? And I'm not. I am going to be protesting in other ways. I will support the protest in other ways, but I want to see my football team play football, and I want to be in St James's Park, and I don't really think that anybody else has got the right to tell me that I'm this, that or the other just because I want to see my football team play football.
Valid point. I would like to bring up people who keep telling us to protest, boycott. In particular, those who don't live in the area. They keep telling us to do this, whereas they physically can't do this. There's two options here. If you live in America or China, wherever you're watching the Premier League, we'll come at the fund in a moment, but they can't physically boycott, which I can totally get. But Rob, the amount of people that keep saying you need to boycott. However, where are these people watching their games? How are they watching Newcastle?
Well, watching it through the telly, which of course, you know, yeah. You do the maths. I mean, you take the TV money, and that gets.
Rob, look at the TV viewing figures for Newcastle United. There is a reason why we are selected so many times over the season, more than, you know, a lot of other Premier League teams, because we are a draw for the TV audiences. Yeah. So then people who are paying your subscriptions to Sky,
or BT, or even internationals.
Yeah, and then you've got your other ones coming at Christmas time. Is it Amazon and the likes of that? You are actually funding more to Mike Ashley than what season ticket holders are, and that's a fact. So you take that into consideration as well. And really, season ticket money comes right down the list. It isn't how it used to be in the 90s, where it was all about season tickets. And, you know, you got your Kevin Keegan saying it's your bonds, it's your season ticket money that's gone to sign these players. It is not. It's a simple, absolute myth in the modern game nowadays, I'm afraid. I honestly, as well, I just don't see the groundswell. People will say, oh, you know, let's meet up at St James's Park because Rafa's been got rid of. 200 people turn up. You know what I mean? It's a small number. The numbers aren't big enough to affect it anyway, but the money that's going in through Sky TV is far more keeping Mike Ashley here than what season ticket holders are.
For people who want to boycott to show Mike Ashley that he is in control, that's what I agree with.
Yeah.
It's not much as such as the money. So unfortunately, I don't believe that there'll be massive amounts for the Arsenal game. I'm still up for that. I must go on record and say that at this present moment, and I'm sure all of us are at the moment. And as far as I'm aware, there's 9 of us. Not one of us has said I'm definitely going to Arsenal. The reason being is because we still want change. Now you might say, well, you need to boycott games, not for financial reasons. We've just argued the case there. If you want to show Mike Ashley that you're not in control, I don't buy any merch. You ever saw me buy any merch? No. You never see me buy merch. Match programmes, I stopped match programmes last season. I stopped buying them because that goes into the club. I haven't bought a shirt this year. Not buying any shirts. I don't go to Sports Direct. If Natalie goes to Sports Direct, if my sister goes to Sports Direct, anybody, you can't be buying that from there. You can't end up in an argument with these people, with the family.
It's the same with mine.
Flannels is another one.
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, I've got obviously children and stuff. They're wanting to go to the game. No, we're not giving a penny to the game. You know, they want new trainers and stuff. I'd rather pay, and I have paid more money to go to the likes of JD and buy stuff as opposed to Sports Direct, where it's going to be more cheaper. I have made particular choices not to support his businesses because I dislike the person with an absolute passion, but I also love Newcastle United as well. So, you know, I want to protest in a way that's more targeted towards him. I personally don't think it's going to make any difference whatsoever, but like yourself, the Arsenal game still is up for like question. The season ticket, I have got a season ticket, but I want to address that nearer the time. At the end of the day, there's got to be some sort of meaningful change. That's what we all want. Will we see that? We might see that. You know, we're hearing stories still about the group that's over in the Middle East getting extra funds in from America and Japan. So it could be that there is a change of ownership. We don't know.
Just take that one side. Not even talk. We don't even want to talk about ownerships.
That might come through. So that again, that might be something meaningful that is going to change. That it'll affect the entire situation. But I just don't think that people can call you this, that and the other for choosing one way or the other. It's up to the individual what they want to do, and one person shouldn't persecute another person for a different opinion. You should respect each other's point of views, and everybody's trying in their own ways to get the change that we all want, but there has to be a respect, and I don't feel as if I'm seeing...
At the end of the day, Mike Ashley has got what he wants. He wants fans arguing against each other.
Yeah.
However, I'll tell you what I'm falling for against as well. People who buy merch, I don't like people who do that. However, I respect it. I respect if you go and buy a Newcastle shirt, I'll say, okay, Rob, what you got to that? And I'll take the mickey out you, but I'll say, okay, that'll be it. But I respect his decision.
Abuse is a completely different ballgame.
It's different. Yeah. People who pay, if you live in America, for NBC, or if you live anywhere in the world, you're paying for TV rights. Chris from Australia, who's on our channel, he's one of them. He pays for internet-based service to watch Newcastle. He's got no other way. You can't watch Newcastle unless he pays and puts money in the club. He can't say his beloved team. How is he going to watch Newcastle? There's no teletext these days. It's all done through online apps and stuff, so he has to pay. You as an international fan, if you don't watch Newcastle, how are you watching Newcastle? People might say, well, I don't give any money to Sky Sports and BT Sport because I've got a dodgy box. That's fair enough, that's illegal. We don't even want to talk about that. However, people might say, well, I watch that match of the day. Where's your licence going to? Where does the BBC get the match of the day highlights from? Where does that money go? That's going to the Premier League. So what I'm trying to say, whether you do, you don't, you do this, you do not, it's your decision. You're still putting money in if you do with any of these. If you've got a season ticket, you're going to one-off games, you're paying for online subscriptions, home and abroad, or you're buying merch. You're still putting money into Mike Ashley. It's very, very difficult as a die-hard fan. Not 20 mile down the road, not Leeds, not London. It's very difficult not to put money into the club because you love the club. You don't want to give Mike Ashley money. Totally get that. But what I want to do is go around and ask you why that you would go to games or a season ticket. So Rob, start with you. Why are you going to continue to go to the games? Forget about us, for you.
It's Newcastle United FC, not Mike Ashley FC. You know, he's just one man. We are a club, and we will get it back one day.
Do you enjoy your day, or is it just you just enjoy the 90 minutes?
Of course, it depends on the result, but yeah, it's a great day out. It gets me out of the house. It allows me to sort of meet up with you, so it's good socially as well. So yeah, it's all good. You know, whenever I have a day out at St James's Park.
For me, there's several reasons. Obviously, the football. I love the football from the city. Work in the city. I see St James's Park every day. There's not one day I don't see St James's Park because I walk past it for work. The building is in front of it. I can't escape Newcastle. It's literally in my veins. Spend 6 hours on average per day on Newcastle Fans TV. If I didn't go to games, I would give all this up. I would give up the radio show. I would just lose the drive. For me, I just wouldn't want to do it. I'd be negged out. I'll probably focus on something else. I don't know what that'll be. But if I give up a season ticket and not go to games, everybody who subscribed to this, 19,000 of yous, and the 40 odd across social media, you would have none of that. Many people love Newcastle Fans TV. Some people hate it. It's just down to your preference. But at the end of the day, that would be gone for me. I wouldn't have the drive to make videos like this video. And at the end of the day, you've got to commend us for fronting this up and speaking on camera, because it's easy to throw digs at people. It's easy to dislike the video, but then again, you're promoting the video by disliking it, so I counteract it as well. But the football side of things for me is that I love the day.
Thing is, Lee, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people out there as well, and we know for a fact that people are speaking with forked tongues. And not everything that's getting put out on across other YouTube channels, other groups, this, that and the other, is exactly the truth. They're spinning it for their own I know what you know, we're putting our head above the parapet, and we're one of the first who was saying it, you know, on a thing of, you know, we've got season tickets. We're not sure about the Arsenal side of it yet.
You get honesty with us.
Yeah, you get total honesty. You're not getting and obviously I'm not going to name names and stuff like that, but at the end of the day there is a lot of smoke and mirrors going on with other groups, organisations, people trying to say stuff and just getting followers and likes and all this off the back of it. We're coming out on the front foot and saying this is the reason why. I hate Mike Ashley, I hate everything to do with him, but I love the club, and like you said, Newcastle Fans TV, we put a lot of sweat, blood, tears goes into creating it all. It's a 7 days a week thing. It's morning, noon and night. We're all at it all of the time.
People don't realise that. You don't get a day off.
No, you don't. It becomes part ingrained in your day, constantly checking for stuff, checking things out, phoning people, this, that and the other, chasing things down, getting stuff on Facebook, Twitter. It all takes lots and lots of time, commitment, energy, all of that. We've all got families, commitments, children, jobs, all of this sort of thing. And the football, seeing the football, it's that release. You're there with your mates, you're having a laugh. It's the social side of it. And like my main point is just fuck you, Mike Ashley. I'm sick and tired of him fucking us over. I just want to concentrate on the football and that side of it, and I will do the protesting and all of that. But I will do it in a way that I'm happy with, and I personally don't want to be criticised for making that decision at the end of the
also, day. Just on you were going to speak there, on the Arsenal thing as well. We are at this present moment saying that we'll boycott. People are going to say, no, he's aren't. He'll go to that game. At this very moment, Paul's going to be doing vlogs for us. We'll vlog ourselves in the pub. We'll prove to you that we are boycotting. But going back to what I was saying there, mine is because I love getting up, win, lose, or draw. I love then going to express my feelings. I like expressing, getting your thoughts, interacting with you in the comments. It's all part of a day. I hate editing, but I love it at the same time, because when I see the finished article, it's out. There's a lot of things that happen on a match day. Match day for me isn't just 90 minutes. It's before. We've got a lot of things planned for the channel beforehand, meeting up with obviously the rest of the gang. The match, doing fan cams, chatting with fans. And then obviously afterwards doing all the editing and that. But even the way stuff, man, the way days are brilliant, man. They're just full of laugh. I mean, we take the mick out of like Rob falling asleep. We'll take the mickey out of anything.
Kyle running late.
Kyle constantly late. There's loads of stuff that we laugh about on away days, and it's more of a like a social event as well. Yes, we are putting money into Mike Ashley, but yeah, the question is, I'm putting probably about 500, 600 quid out my season ticket. But how much are you paying, Mike Ashley? Ask yourself. You might say, I'm not giving nothing. Really look in yourself and say, I'm actually paying for a TV subscription, or I'm paying for a new shirt, or I'm paying for a magazine. Fine, I respect that, but respect our opinions as well. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I think one of the saddest things about this is, that a lot of boycotting fans are being so aggressive towards fans who want to go to games, and so much so that fans who want to go to the games are hiding. They're scared to sort of say that they support Newcastle, they're going to games. They're scared to do that, as for them to hide their passion for their club. It's really sad. It should never happen.
Get battered on Twitter, wouldn't it?
Exactly. It should never happen.
And you look at, there's some great YouTubers out there as well. You were touching on before. I believe Gallagher Shots have obviously brought it up recently in a podcast. Apart from that, I can't really recall massive amounts. I know you were referring to someone coming out on local media claiming that they had a season ticket. They don't have a season ticket. They got in for free, and then they're going to be boycotting. Well, do you know what it is? We'll actually tell you. We're going to go to games. We're not going to say yes or no. There is other YouTubers out there who, in fact, all the YouTubers, I'm going to say all them YouTubers will go to games, because if they don't go to games, their channel suffers. Our channel will suffer. If we don't go to games, if we're in a room like this doing videos every couple of days, our channel will suffer, because you're not getting the grain of what a real fan feels like as well. So, any other further adds, points? No?
No, I'm good.
Let us know what you think as well. Please respect with decision as well. Ta-da, bye-bye.